Oh, what's up, everyone? My name's Jay, and right here is Marble Reef. So I'm just feeding some food, and I got a jar that I mix with a bunch of different stuff, with my seaweed, with my all my different brands, with my different brands of food. So I go ahead and right now I'm going to be doing my water change today, and I have that filter floss that's in there, my pre-filter floss before my filter socks. I think I called them filter bags in the last video. It bothered me, but anyways, so I like to do a decently heavy feeding right now in the morning before I do my water change, and that'll get all the fish eaten real good and get some of the snails and the hermit crabs, but it'll allow a chance for all that stuff to get knocked up down into the filter, and then I'll change out that filter floss, and I'll change out my pad. So yeah, what's going on, everybody? Let me sit down. Pretty soon I gotta go get my kids. It's almost 11 o'clock. They're on a half day from school today. So couple cool things. I've got my rose bubble tip anemone is doing really good. My rock flower anemones are doing good. Everything's healthy. I did feed all three of those anemones some really small pieces of cut up fish, and they loved it. So probably the first couple days, the rose bubble tip was not so much closed up but tight, not feeling that comfortable, I'm sure, in its new environment. But now its foot is attached, it's starting to extend itself, coming out towards the light. So I think it's just a matter of days when it will move back out and find an area where it wants the light better. So it's got so much space right now because I haven't moved any of my coral that's right now located on the sides in the coral racks. I haven't put any of those on the rock yet. I'm gonna wait until probably next week before I do that. I just want to give the anemones time to get to where they want to be, and hopefully they'll just stay in the area. Everything is so consistent in my tank. I don't change the lighting, I don't change the flow. So I think once they get their spot figured out, I think they'll stick out there pretty good. So I still have bubble tips on my anemone, which is cool, because my first one it didn't keep them, but fingers crossed that I keep those going. One rock flower anemone stayed there at the bottom, the ultra, and it's just sitting there, no problem. It looks so good at night when the blue lights are at its peak, because that bright orange, it has blue in it. It's so cool. It's open all the time. It's healthy looking. It loves that spot. The other one, I woke up the other day and I'm looking for it. I'm freaking out, and I finally find it back behind the middle structure arch, wedged up in a little hole back there. But the weird thing is, it's in the highest flow and the highest light area in the tank. So I don't get it, because I didn't think they liked. I mean, I know they kind of like higher end light, but I don't know. And it's healthy. I can see it comes out during the day, and it's kind of hard to see. I have to get on the side, but it looks fine. So yeah, I have something really cool coming today that my wife ordered me as kind of a surprise, just random gift, which is always fun to get. And it's part of the Apex system. So I'm going to do an unboxing with that today, and I'm going to put it in the tank. I'm going to show you how to program it, and then I'll even go over some of my Apex numbers and my stuff. And I'm no expert with that, but I just practice, so I know a little bit of the programming. For example, I got a new return pump, but the return pump isn't for the main system. It's for the chiller and the UV sterilizer, because I wanted to get two pumps out on my sump and put one in, get something maybe a little bit more reliable. So I got a T valve and or T connectors, and I've got them teed off. I've got a valve so I can lower the flow to the UV sterilizer, because I don't need the flow in there as high as I need it to the chiller, and I saved up tons of room. But I programmed the Apex so that if that pump turns off, then the chiller and the UV sterilizer turn off automatically, so I don't burn those out. Now, one thing I'm trying to figure out is how to, because maybe the switch will be on, but I want the wattage. When the wattage goes below a certain amount of watts, I want those two things to turn off, because if something happens with the pump, the switch may be on, but I know the wattage will lower at least. So that's my next thing, probably today. I'll jump on the computer and try to figure that out. So I'm super excited to show you what I'm getting today. And then as far as the Arcadia go, nothing in the sand bed, the main rock structure, the pumps, the sump, the corals on the side. One baby one popped up on one of the original rocks, or really the only original rock from the old system where I had the outbreak in. And the only reason that's in there is because my hairy mushroom, I didn't want to remove it and damage the foot. It was stuck to there so good. I tried ways of trying to get it off and I just couldn't. So I'm like, you know what? I'll separate it from the rest of the stuff and I'll just monitor it. And it's the only thing giving me a problem right now. I haven't seen anything in here in weeks, and then that thing. So, excuse me. I think that I'm going to be good though. I covered it up with super glue. It was a baby one. I'm hoping that's the last of the babies, whatever. I think I'll be good. I think if I don't see anything in there for a couple weeks, I'm fine. And my plan was, once I didn't see anything anywhere in any of these corals up here for over a month, I know that I'm going to be good to go to put everything on there, because I'm so excited to just get all this coral back onto my main structure and get some of these coral racks off there. I mean, they kind of look ugly. You know, I got a coral rack. The one in the back with the Monty, I was kind of planning on keeping it there. I was hoping that the Monty would get so big that it kind of blocks that, because then I can put that wherever on the back and I don't have to worry about it covering up coral that's up here in the front. So or I might end up trying to find like a small suction cup coral rack with like single rack that's a little bit more hidden, and I'll stick it over there. I might move it from the middle over to the side over here, but I don't want to cover up the torch. And that, it loves that spot because it gets that middle HD prime right on it, and then when those T5s kick on, like it's looking really good. It's actually starting to kind of grow upward, but at least it's not attached to the main structure, so I can mess with that a little bit. Lastly, the yellow tang is healthy. It is acting healthy. It's eating, it's swimming happily, it's out in the open, it's not hiding or being stressed out by the old fish I had. But it's still showing some white, and most people will say it's HLLE, and I don't know. I don't have carbon in the tank. I have the nori or the seaweed in there all day. At least one time in the day, I'll do the Celcon, so every day I'm doing that as an additive. And I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if it's just old damage, so the stuff is just breaking down so it can renew itself, or what. I really probably can go back to some old pictures. I think that's a smart thing, is you take pictures of things and you can go back and look at it later to see what changes. The biggest surprise that you'll notice, sometimes you'll think, oh, my corals aren't growing, what the heck? But if you go back and look at pictures from when you first got it, or from even a month ago or whatever, you're like, wow, look at how much bigger it is. It's pretty crazy. Especially with somebody like me that sits here and looks at this thing almost like every day and for a long time, or I got my hand, I'm doing something in the thing. So anyways, I'm gonna get going. I've got to go get my kids. I'll do that unboxing. I'm super excited to show it to you. I'm sorry if the camera angles are weird or the lighting's weird. I just don't have that good of lights. But I'll do the best I can so you see everything, and hopefully the background noise isn't bad because my kids will be here. But I'm so excited to get that thing unboxed today and get it in the tank that it has to happen today. I can't wait until the next time my kids aren't here. So I hope you have a great day. I appreciate you watching my videos. Any comments, anything that helped me out, or whatever questions, please leave a comment below. There was some funky comments last week, and it was some weird spam stuff. And anyways, I try to delete that stuff out. It's kind of weird. But thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great week, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.